So I have a confession to make. I went to Spirit Halloween intending to get the Ringmaster because I did a poll and Ringmaster won. But then I discovered something truly amazing. I've been told that Emmeline has gotten an update, something that kind of fixes all of its issues. And if you don't know what Emmeline is, that is this right here. Now, this doesn't need much of an introduction because it might just be the best jump scare in retail. But last year when it first released, it just had a lot of issues. Its welding is much better now. Its box has handles. Its jump scare sound actually plays right when it is jumping out. And if you want to know what it does, I guess we'll have to find out. This really is a box that needed handles because it's just so huge and so heavy. Okay, right out of the box, you can see everything. And interestingly enough, all the technical stuff is just attached to the lid. That is strange. Okay, I see what I need to do. This is a techie animatronic after all, so it has its quirks. Especially when it comes to taking it out of the box. Holy crap, that is a lot of strength just going into some fingers to pull this thing out. Holy crap, okay, there we go. Let me just put this box away. We have no more use for it. Alrighty, here it is. It is all just zip tied to its base. Or not exactly zip tied. They're all like wire tied. This is gonna be fun. This animatronic costs $290 with no 20% off discount. But if you use that, which of course you should always do, is it ends up being $250 around there. Which honestly, for what it does, surprisingly, coming from Spirit, it is a competitive price. Animatronics that do unique things that can't be found anywhere else have kind of an edge in the whole shopping game. Like, take Nibbles for example. His head tracking movement just puts him above like any other regular SVI clown. But of course, still Nibbles is grossly overpriced. I do not think he is worth the price that they are selling him at, but you really can't find that kind of movement anywhere else, at least not yet. And here we have the main body. It's all in one piece, true classic like techie style. It's just all there, nice. Oh, weird. Its arms, I mean, not his arms, its hands, they're latex, filled with stuffing. Actually, it feels like, it feels more rubbery than latex is. I'm not sure exactly what this is made of, but it sure isn't plastic. Its head is made of plastic, luckily, but I'm guessing this is made to be soft so that it doesn't like hit people in the face. Let me just set this aside. And right here, I imagine we have lots and lots of poles. Whew. Holy cow, look at this spring. That is huge. Now, aside from the body that already has its clothes attached, we have some more clothes that are intended to cover up the mechanism. Because as you will soon see, the mechanism is absolutely humongous. This whole thing is very tied down. Just all interlocked, attached to itself. Kind of an annoying thing to unbox. Ooh. Okay, let's just get this all out. Remove the box from the equation. I feel like a little kid just like playing with toys. I'm like unboxing I'm like opening up my $250 Christmas present to myself. It is how it be nowadays. Wow, okay, complicated. I will figure out how this works later. This is probably the most interesting part about it. This is how it gains motion. It's kind of Techie Design's attempt at a pneumatic cylinder. It uses metal gears and shoots out super fast with a spring. And then it slowly retracts. It's trying to do something similar to what pneumatic cylinders do. If you don't know what a pneumatic cylinder is, it is how a lot of professional animatronics do really fast movement. It is a air-powered, kind of pressurized cylinder that makes things that you can attach anything to. It just goes in and out. And so a lot of really fast moving Halloween animatronics can make good use of those. And I'm glad that something like this exists to make some awesome jump scares in retail. We have seen pneumatics in retail. Please bring those back. Those were awesome. Just make them bigger. Make them into a jump scare. That would be actually peak. Like, I would buy that immediately. But I guess we'll have to settle for things trying to pretend that they're pneumatic. If you really wanted to though, this thing has the capability to be switched out with a real pneumatic cylinder. And so then it could come in and out very quickly. It's just, I'm not sure that the structure is ready for that kind of pressure. Okay, since this thing has such a wide range of motion, it needs a really long base. And in order to keep the box small, which I appreciate as a priority, it separates its base into two parts. There we go. Now I'm going to attempt to figure out how this works without instructions, because I just want to challenge, you know? I'm speed running this. I really thought that I would need the instructions. Unless I'm missing something, then I'm in grave danger. But until then, I will remain oblivious and happy. Holy crap, this is a really tight part. There we go. Stretching out a spring. There we go. Whew. Sorry, I'm just quietly building this. It's almost like, you know, putting together a Lego set. Or a puzzle. It's just so like, I'm just concentrated, like trying to figure this out. Since it's so big and it has to fit in that box, it's like got so many pieces to it. Okay, I believe it's time for the crowning jewel. This big fat ghost guy. They include these cool clips that allows the wires to be like stuck on the structure of this. So they aren't dangling or anything, and it won't get in the way of the mechanism. This is really designed with a lot of thought put into it. I appreciate that. Okay, all wires are wired up. There's a second arm coming from the structure that I've got to attach to his back that attaches to the arms and head. Okay, now finally I'm going to be attaching the arms. Okay, this arm is next. All right, there it is. It is in. And he is almost completely set up. I don't really want to put the tarp over this because I really like how the mech looks. I think it looks cool, just personally as like an animatronic lover. And you know, it would be awesome if they didn't try to make this look like more of his body and just painted this black, like painted the mech black to try and hide in the dark and had this just be a floating ghost. I think that's how I'm gonna have it. And that should take some weight off of the mechanism itself and kind of prevent anything from potentially getting caught. Now this thing is ready to do a demo. So it does come with sandbags. It needs weight on it or else it'll just like fall forward on its face. So I'm gonna fill these up with sand, put them on, and then do a demo. See you later. Okay, I have the bags it came with. Absolutely filled to the brim with sand. I don't know if this is enough, but I guess we shall see. It has these like Velcro straps so that you could tie them around the sandbags and they stay in place. I really appreciate that. Okay, now that should be enough weight on this thing, hopefully, according to the packaging. Because I have all the sandbags in the right places, they're filled to the brim. It should definitely be enough weight. Okay, it is demo time. There it goes, it's resetting very slowly. Dang, that is a big distance. That's freaky. Just like seeing it just sit there and like knowing that it can cover this distance. It's like dangerous, but cool. You just put a barrier around it if you're doing a haunt. Anyways, I'm gonna get to it. Okay, here we go. Holy crap! That actually scared me. It went further than I thought it would. And the audio is really good. Oh man, that is so cool. I'm sorry. This is my first like reaction to it. Like, that is awesome. I feel so late to the party because this thing released last year and I just didn't pick it up. I guess I didn't buy into the hype. And it's a shame I can't really compare it to the old version, but according to Halloween Haunter, the welds are significantly better, so it'll last much longer, especially with the amount of force it is like exuding upon itself. Its audio is finally in sync with the actual movement, so the jump scare is much more effective. And I think the poles are thicker. I'm not exactly sure, because I don't have the first one. But to me, as a person who just like bought it thinking it would be cool, I'm just like blown away. This is a huge like Spirit Halloween W, and probably my favorite jump scare animatronic in retail. It just ends up moving further than you think it's gonna move. You gotta like have that barrier there or else it's gonna hit somebody. Something I really like is the audio and the way it's just creepy. It doesn't say some cheesy line about getting out of your graveyard or like, oh, what do we have here? No, it's just this creepy ghost with a cool jump scare sound and then like weird creepy noises as it's just like retracting quietly. And I'm really glad that the eyes just turn on for the jump scare and then they turn off when he's going back. It's just a simple, like, you don't need to do so much. You don't need to like add character to it by making it say stuff. It just needs to be a simple, like, cool jump scare. Like, this is what professional haunts use, or like things like this that just like do their job and then come back out. They don't give you a monologue. Now, if I was able to weld things, I could totally suit this up to like be a pro level animatronic, add some more metal, weld it all together to just like make sure that it's all just like one stable big piece to prepare it for the pressure of just like suiting it up with a real pneumatic cylinder. I would have to have it programmed with a certain pressure level though, because there's no way that I'm having it just like go out super fast. It's gotta be like an even pace, you gotta like moderate a little bit. But man, that is so cool that this thing exists in retail. You know, I'm usually like slamming Spirit for like things that I think are dumb or like super overpriced. And like, because usually Home Depot kind of has them like beat. But one thing that Home Depot really just doesn't have much of any is jump scare animatronics. And before now, I didn't have any either. And this just kicks butt. Like, you haven't really like experienced it until you see it in person, just coming at you. It's that like split second when you don't know if you need to like back up more or if you're safe. Also, one more thing, as long as you keep the materials light, this is easily customizable. It's a normal sized head, just put like a different mask on it if you want it to be way creepier looking, because this is kind of goofy. Like, I mean, it's got like the teeth going around. In the dark, it could be pretty scary, which is of course its intended use, but you could totally attach anything that you want onto its head. Add like gloves or something. It's just a very simple design, making it very susceptible to being customized. Usually I have the animatronics just like going off over and over in the background when I'm giving my general review, but I couldn't handle that with this. Let me do one more activation. Get me! So cool!